Hi. Dude, I totally thought we'd have the caves by now. I did not know they were pushing that back. Um, yeah, gotta tell you, a little bummed out by that one. But we're checking out the cave stuff over here on PTB. It should be by the end of this month. Yeah, it does seem like they're kind of sneaking in some extra gap times in between. Is anybody else a little thrown off by the, hey, we're going to release content in November? I was like, do you want nobody to play it? You know it's in November, guys. We all know it's in November. Your mom's birthday. What's up, Cake? What's up? What's up, Blitz? What's up, Jedi? Gentlemen, how are we doing this fine evening? I think I got a pretty good setup here. I think we're gonna have to get some gears and whatnot, so we're gonna have to go out and farm some goodies. But I think we're doing all right. I got a little backpack on. Probably gonna have to get a decent amount of wood going, because we don't have any access to the sun, clearly. We have to try to rope off a few more things down here, but I think we're going to try to grab some more materials so we can kind of get an idea of, like, if you are going to take some of the caves, a strategy you could do, or some steps you can take. Is caves on main, by the way? Dude, it was supposed to be, and I don't know when they changed it. As a matter of fact, when because I heard they had problems with the wipe, right? So I was like, okay, cool, because I'm running a community server. And so I was like, okay, I'll just wait, because the worst thing in the world is to have your community server restart, your players play, and then you have to restart on them like an hour or two later. You know what I mean? I try to avoid that at all costs, but like, Double 11 doesn't exactly communicate these things very well. Big updates like this typically are delayed or there's some kind of problem, so I waited. And so when I did finally execute it, I think at like 4 or 5 o'clock, I kept going. I was like, yeah, caves. And then, dude, it confused me so badly. I thought I picked the wrong seed. I thought I missed something. No, it didn't come out. Isn't that crazy? Dude, I blitz. Yes. Brother, I'm with you. I was like, at what point did they shift that? Because it was supposed to all be, like, now. And I get it, like, it's not what we want to hear, but at least tell us what's going on. I was so confused. I thought I was like, I'm double checking my build because, again, even though it was 5 o'clock, I don't want to have to reset because of an error I made, right? Because the server had to like rebuild the seed and stuff, and that takes a minute. And we have people like waiting to do it. So, I'm like away from my computer at the time, so I have to do this all via mobile and stuff. So I'm making sure I didn't like type something in incorrectly, you know, because I'm like on my phone. I'm just like, dude, what? And then I had to like backtrack it. I was like, oh, I guess they didn't release it this time. And I'm like, okay, like you could have saved a lot of people. And here's my other big gripe is like, the community manager doesn't work with the creators like at all. Anything beyond him looking good in a meeting never happens. I think that's fairly accurate. I think that's like with a 95% accuracy, right? Like he could have easily communicated to the creators and we would have amplified the message. You know what I mean? Like I would have not been telling people that it was Thursday. I thought it was Thursday. And kind of slipped it in. And it's like, you know, let us know what's going on, give us an explanation. I think bare minimum. I think any kind of difficult conversation this guy either completely avoids or just doesn't communicate well. He just kind of like, well, we got this. We got DLCs. We're like, yeah, but remember the thing you promised? You're like backing off that, so like we need to know when that's happening, especially like the community owners, dude. Like we got to get, you know, like we're prepping our servers for the community, dude, like for the players, the people that actually play the game, man. Like hello. You know, some people only play community servers because they give them an experience that Double 11 is not giving them, and it's like, come on guys, what are we doing? What's up? Whoops, did the K base is what keyword is smaller? Oh, was that too many caps? That's why. Sorry, that's my automated system. It only times you out for like 5 seconds or something. Sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just the automated system. What's up, baby? Yeah, dude, I was like, and even on my server, because I sent across the thing, I was like, okay, I think they're ready to do the wipe, because they said they bought something and had to rebuild stuff manually. I was like, okay, good, I made the right choice. And so I'm on my phone, and I say to the server, I say, sweet, here, incoming wipe, caves, baby. And then for the next hour and a half, I'm like, did I mess something up? Yeah, pretty annoying, dude. But let's be honest, it's kind of par for the course. And so you look at the build and stuff. Like I love this game. Like it's not going anywhere. Like I'm always gonna play Rust. But like GTA is going to hit in November, and it's gonna flatten November, and it's gonna flatten December, minimum. Even if the game sucks, right? Even if you're one of the people that thinks it's gonna suck, it doesn't really matter if it sucks or not. The game is going to flatten everything in society, especially games, November and December minimum. So why would you put any kind of content release anywhere close to that? Like, because no one's gonna see it. So like, you know those times where they gotta like redo the roadmap and stuff, all the time they took earlier on this year. Put it in November and December. Instead, we have Excavator coming out. It's a fun monument. Too bad no one's gonna can see it. You know what I mean? Too bad no one's gonna see it, bro. Because they put it on top of one of the biggest releases ever. It's wild to me. Excavator is cool. Like I'm looking forward to it being in the game, but I'm not gonna play it till January. Let's be real. I'll still cover it for sure, but like I'm not gonna play it until then. You know what we're gonna be doing? We're gonna be seeing how bad you can mess up the cars and how many people can roll off the hood before the police notice inside of Grand Theft Auto. Let's be real here, guys. There's no mercy for anybody. It's true. So hopefully Blitz, R.I.P. Blitz. Are you still here, Blitz? I'm not gonna say I'm done with Rust. I mean, Rust has been around for over a decade. I've been playing it on PC. I've been playing it on console. I will continue to play it, no doubt. It is frustrating when the community manager and the people in charge of whoever's doing whatever at Double 11, not Face Punch, don't really seem to be connected to the community at all, and I don't know what failing that is. And the community manager does the absolute bare minimum. And I firmly believe that their Monday or Tuesday meetings that they do, anything he does in the community for events or anything else, or those new hot releases he gives to creators, which he doesn't really give ahead of time, he only does if it looks good for him in a meeting. And after that's done, it might as well fall off the face of the earth, because you'll never hear it or see it ever again. And that's not me being sour about it. That's functional facts, dude. And I'm just like, and it's bleeding into like us, you know what I mean? Like playing the game. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, they could have easily communicated that you guys were going to roll this one over. You know what I mean? And if they did do it, they did a pretty bad job, because the people covering this had no idea. That's wild to me, dude. And and honestly, I get it. Like, if it was the first time, second time, third time, fifth time, 20th time, you know, there's a lot of leeway. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I get that. There's a lot of stuff we don't get to see. But, like, this seems to be a pattern. You know what I mean? And what's really sad is the only time I seem to, like, shoot it across their bow, metaphorically speaking, is when we get reactions. Whereas I think whenever I get a hold of his boss's attention is whenever there seems to be motion or some kind of response. And I'm like, that's no way to communicate, man. That's no way to, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have to get on a soapbox and make a stink about something for you guys to do the thing that you hired the guy to do. You know what I mean? Call me crazy. Yes, personally I'm annoyed by this, because I have dealt, currently deal with, managed, been a part of community managers. And it just, I'm like, who do I reach out to get this guy fired? That's my gut instinct, right? But like, I don't have no connection to this, right? Like, it's not my business. It's not my business. But it is frustrating where you're like, wow, Who do we talk to actually get something done here? Like, when are you going to hire the guy to do the job that needs to be done? Because currently you have a guy that says they're a community manager, but I honestly, I'm not seeing it, dude. There's one guy that seems to be doing okay, whoever that new guy is, but I think he's under the thumb of Homeboy, and I don't know how good that is, right? He's good at existing inside the company, but I don't think he's good at doing his job. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Am I nuts on that? I just feel like communication's been horrible pretty much all the time. I'd be mad if I was a developer, dude. I'd be like, man, we're trying to do all this hard work and you just poop in the bed like that on us? We're having a nice dinner party and you decide to just take a dump on the floor? Why would you do that? Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, you're right. He says, yeah, he could be doing better because Rust could be a lot more popular on console if they would just update better. Yep. And that's the thing, too, is and it's not just me. Like, you could talk to any creator who's covering this, myself included. But, I mean, if he doesn't like me, that's fine. You can talk to anybody else. We will let you know what the pulse of the people in the game are. Or just check our comment section. We're all talking about it. Creators, players, all of us. And it's not hard to find. You know what I mean? Heck, if you play these games, you wouldn't even have to take a pulse. You would go, what would make sense? Communication. All right, let's go do that. What if I played this game and I liked it a lot and was passionate about it? What would I want to know? Oh, yes. What's happening with it? Maybe we should talk about that. Yeah, and it's tough because I think it's only like a handful, if that, or a few bad actors probably that are dragging their feet. And it really, really puts a stink in the water, doesn't it? Because then we look at the whole company like that, and you're like, no, not everybody. It's just one or two. My guess is my money's on 2, but who knows? Well, we'll just continue to do what we always do, which is cover the game and let you know what's coming on the horizon, even though most of the time we're right, even though they get in our face and say we're not, and then all of a sudden we are right, and I was like, well, that's weird. Why would you fight us on that? It's not like we got the information through nefarious channels. Have you played Ark? With the K or C? I've actually played both, yes. My channel was originally started on Ark Survival Evolved. What's the update news yet? Dude, I know, right? So basically, as far as I understood it, the way they communicated, it looked like we were supposed to get caves and RadTown this past Thursday, so yesterday, right? Okay, something happens, that's fine. It's not what we want to hear, but we do need to know when that's changing. As far as I know, I didn't hear any communication that they weren't bringing out caves yesterday. So in a mad dash, I'm all like, am I updating my server wrong? Dude, I spent a long time just going, because I wanted to make sure, like, if it's in the game, I wanted us to have access to it, and I didn't want to have to reset the server again. That's such a shitty thing to do while people are playing. You know what I mean? Only at the last, pretty much the only time we have to restart a server and like wipe it like that is when 11 forces an update down our throat, like prematurely from like an actual date. So I'm like, well, I want to make sure we have caves. I don't want to have to wait till the next cycle. So I'm sitting there just going like, did I miss a setting or something? Anyways, long story short, we should have had those things. It was delayed. Wasn't really communicated well at all. And I'm a little disappointed by that roadmap. Now, here's the thing, and again, it goes back to communication. Like, when they say a quality of life update, that's just like a general term. Tell us what's in that. It could, like, if you put together enough of these loosey-goosey items, it can be a real substantial update for us. And it's like, don't just give us, like, some updates and shit, and then just, like, kind of throw it out there. Like, it's, a roadmap is a roadmap, man. You can't just be like, yeah, we'll do some work. It's an invoice, man. You know what I mean? A work order. Yeah, wood checks would be hot. Yeah, so like if one of the quality of life updates was the chicken coop, the wooden shed, and oops, I better get naked. If it was the wooden shed, hang on a second. And let's see, like zip lines and the tech bench. That's a significant quality of life update. Like, let us know what's coming. You know, if you make the progression changes and the diesel changes, that's a big deal. Let's see, I was thinking about something else. Oh, if you make the harbor changes, that's a big deal. Put that in there. Don't just say some updates and shit. And oh, by the way, DLC. The DLC is exciting, mostly because Facepunch made it. But like, dude, the communication is so shitty. You know what I mean? Just pulling way back at my personal thoughts about the person involved with it. Let's just pull back from that, right? Let's just be as objective as possible. Let's look at the history. It's been very bad, consistently bad, to their detriment, to the developers' detriment, to the community's detriment, dude, and to the creators. Like, we would have been talking about what was coming out, and the fact that they just said, no, that's not happening. What? Because the build is stable here. I think I know what happened. They're probably trying to make sure this goes out with the population increase, which I fully understand, which means as soon as you know that tipped or soured, you get out there and you communicate, right? Same with the project. You're doing construction. If you're going outside of scope, what do? Assess the situation, reshuffle the plan, get the key players involved, talk to them. You know what I mean? Guess what? We're the key players. We're the community. And then, you know, even just talking to the community, the creators will pick it up. So they don't even technically need to talk to us. It would be nice if they did. But, like, let's be honest. We're playing just like you guys are. So, like, if they talk to the community, they talk to everybody. Just talk to somebody. Don't just go, oh, yeah, by the way, this is like a light update. Then next time, here's a week. And then DLC. And then there's, like, you know, some updates and shit. And then surprise, trains one time, trains again. And then some DLC. And then, hey, guess what? Excavator during GTA 6. You might as well, dude. We're not in. You're releasing in the worst time ever. We know it's been confirmed. It's not going to be delayed. If you release anything in November or December, you're an idiot. If you release a movie around that time, you might be an idiot. I don't know. Okay, good point. As you see more and more, and I feel bad for the real true G's at Bungie, right? Because there are some good people there. But, like, I feel bad for the Destiny fans. I played Destiny 1. I love Destiny 1. I wanted Destiny 2 to be good, and I think it got good, but I think I bailed on Destiny 2 before I really had a chance to, like, get in there. But, like, I can't get in there now. It's pretty much tanked. Right? And I wanted Marathon to be good. But, yeah, Pete Parsons, dude, talk about your all-time scammer, huh? This guy sold everybody a bill of goods, shit in the pool, and then left with the baddest bitch in the party. Everybody's like, this party sucks. Who took all the bitches? It was Pete Parsons. Damn it. Is that a shit in the pool? Pete Parsons. You guys want to ride home? Nah, just kidding. Fuck you. Yeah, and see, here's the thing. Even if GTA, like, worst case scenario, right? Because we've had a lot of stinkers recently, right? I don't think GTA 6 is going to be bad. I don't think so. But let's say, you know, if history of AAA titles and everything else and the trend that is to make shitty games, let's say by some off chance the story sucks. It won't matter. The sandbox looks solid. The technology looks solid. RDR2 is fucking a masterpiece. If that technology is going into GTA 6... I'll have my own fun bouncing people off the hood of my fucking car down the beach, right? And then dude, I'll start a body count on the freaking stream, dude. I'll be like, how many GTA characters can we pop off the hood before the cops get us? Dude, that's the stream, man. We'll have plenty of fun. You know what I mean? If we can get into, like, lobbies and stuff, because I don't think the online starts till a little bit later, which I get. But if we could get it, like, our people into the lobby and we could dick around, that would be hilarious too. We don't need a story. It would be a travesty if the story was bad. Let's be real. It is some of the best satire told in modern days. Not to mention super fun. That would be sad if they fucked up the story. But I don't think they will. And I really think, like, if they really mess this up in a worst case scenario, I still think the game's fine. Because just seeing the technology that they've got and harnessed, mastered, crafted, I'm not worried about that game. I'm a little worried about the storyline, but I'm not worried about the game itself. Yeah, honestly, if I wasn't making if I wasn't like making content, $100 would be pretty steep. I think I'd have to couple it with some kind of discount or something. Because it is one of those like rare things where you're like, okay, I'm gonna get the GTA game. But like, let's just be clear, and I think we all kind of are on this. If we do think that, that's only for this game. Any game studio or person that's in charge that's like gonna have any kind of impact on pricing or like this is how we should strategize. No, no, no. You can't do that. Only Grand Theft Auto can do that. And even still, the market's been so shitty, they kind of have to prove themselves. Like, I hope they don't make it $100. I hope they give us a decent entry level. Because let's be honest, dude, money's fucking tight everywhere. And it's like, give us a decent entry level. But also, if you want to upsell, give us some good upsell options. I'm okay with that. But don't price everybody out and start it at $100. I think that's a kick in the nuts. Make a special edition and make it, upcharge on that. That's fine. I personally, because I want to have a physical copy and like frame it, I'll do that. It'll be like the box one, and then I'll get the digital one. I don't think they know us or we're big enough for us to get a freebie on that one, but hey, I'll take it. Hey guys, hit me up. DMs are open. I'm wide open. Hey, what's up, Sleepy? You coming in on this or what, fool? Are we playing some Arc later? Shut that marathon stream. This is my first stream, Mikey stream. I feel bad that it's going poorly, and I predicted I wish I was wrong. I played marathon, so I was like, this isn't good. It sucks because like they still got really good talent there, but the talent that we fell in love with isn't there. I think the big players have all left Bungie Studios. Thank goodness Pete Parsons did, but let's be honest, that was like he already chased away a lot of the really good talent, He is a real piece of shit. The fact that, man, I wasn't even there and thinking about it's pissing me off. The fact that he knew he was going to can a bunch of people and invited them over to see his exotic car collection and then fired him the next day is fucking crazy. What a piece of shit. If that was my friend, I'd be like, man, this is for your own good. I might have to punch you in the face, man. You're kind of being a dick. Like if you have like siblings or whatever and you're like out of line and they punch you in the face and you go, whoa, okay, maybe that was too far. You know what I mean? You either do the punch or get punched. I'm not saying you should hit people, you shouldn't, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're younger. And then you go, oh, that's the line. Man, if Pete Parsons was your friend and you heard he did that, wouldn't you call him a dick to his face? It's like, yo, man, you're a real piece of shit. You know what I mean? I think you're going to have to, like, help some people out after that. You're kind of an asshole. And he gets a golden parachute for getting fucking let go. That's just how it works. I was like, for what? Punching holes in the boat and jumping off before it sank? Take a ride out of my Rolls Royce, sweetheart. Nah, just kidding. We're full. He's just taking all the hot bitches out of the party. What an asshole. He just seems like the guy who's a prick in most cases. That's how I imagine him. I should do some more read-ups on like people that worked with him. I bet some of my assumptions are pretty accurate. I've worked with some real Class A fucking top-notch dickheads in my day. And sadly, I continue to do so. But, I mean, go anywhere in corporate America, third time a dozen. Dude, I'll tell you what. It doesn't matter where you are in the workforce. If you have a guy who's above you, or maybe even like on your level, if he's like a colleague or something, right? Doesn't matter what you're working in, but you go, it's usually guys in like, or ladies, in a position of power, and you go, look, man, I get it. People don't like managers and stuff. But like, how the like, you're dumber than a pile of rocks. You're like, how the fuck did you operate your vehicle to get here, man? Like, seriously, I'm concerned for the people around you. It is wild to see really dumb people in positions of power. It's a little unnerving. Like, really disconnected, dumb people. I want to say, when I say dumb, I think I'm more on the line of, like, lazy dumb or willfully ignorant dumb of their own volition dumb. If somebody has like a genuine disability or whatever, I have infinite patience, 100%. If anything, it's it's refreshing because you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't have to, you know what I mean? Be a dick. This guy's, this guy's being himself. That's good. The worst thing in the world is where somebody's being lazy and just being dumb, and you're like, dude, I can't stand you. That's just me? I don't know. Yeah, I don't suffer fools well in a professional environment at all. And this is a hot take. You ready for this one? Don't get me wrong. The female form is a wonderful thing, right? To be appreciated. But in a professional environment, if you got your titties hanging out, better tuck them shits in if we got some work to do. Know what I'm saying? If you're distracting my team or me, we got problems. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't, you know what I mean? If we're given like I mean, it's cool to have like, if you're like giving a presentation, to have somebody like that on your team or whatever, because they command attention. But like, if there's too much of that distraction, brother, if we're trying to deliver if we're trying to get that corporate buy-in, if we're trying to get the board online with our idea, tuck them shits away. You can put them in a nice frame and stuff, but don't be having them fucking spill out the top, brother. I mean, lady, you know what I mean. It's too much. Too much. It's powerful, dude. Some ladies don't know how powerful it is. You're like, you can't be wearing that shit here. Does this look like a club with a shitty DJ? Yeah, and it's like if you're trying to do something serious and you just can't take that person serious, I'm not even trying to do it. I will start to be shitty to that person immediately. I don't know what it is, dude. I'm just like, like we can't take you serious. It's the time and a place. This is not the time or the place. It's like any other time I'd be like, high five, thumbs up, what's up, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Take it right home, the Rolls Royce, sweetheart. Dude, can you imagine? To have people over you don't know to be like, here's my exotic car collection, because you're clearly just kind of being a dick. It's kind of a doucher move anyways. Don't get me wrong, if I was in that position, I'd do it too. But like, to know you're going to shit can most of the people on this little tour you're giving is fucking psychotic behavior. Don't you think? I mean, that is so... I have feelings about it, and I'm not even anywhere close to that story. I don't even know anybody in that scenario, but it makes me angry. Because we all know a guy or a lady that's kind of like this. Maybe not, exotic car collection, but, really disconnected from reality. That can happen to any studio, man. I mean, Bungie was a powerhouse. Now it's it's going to be struggling to live because Sony's going to want their pound of flesh. What, they paid $3 billion for that? Wild shit. I'll be honest, I'm a little lost in the dark here. P. Parsons exotic car tour. Dude, should that be our shirt? Should that be our first official stream shirt? Pete Parsons exotic car tour. What should be on there? Think of the douchiest thing you could put on there. Just a greasy shit bag. Pete Parsons car tour, and he's doing the worst things to somebody. Yeah, it's sad because they made some really great titles, and even those titles are starting to disappear because, well, the way they shuttered content for the original Destiny and then the Destiny 2, and, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's sad. 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 It's like we can't go back and play that? Like, what? Some of it is... I don't know. It's sad. Why couldn't 343 just make like a more true to... And maybe they have fixed it, but it's taken years. Was the Master Chief Collection? Like, make it like it was, and you maintain it. I know you're not the guys who made it, but take the experience we had and maintain it, and they couldn't even do that. Maybe they fixed it now, but like, how do you mess up? Like, literally, it's the best game ever, and you just have to maintain the matchmaking. Like, how do you fuck that up? Right? I'm talking about the Master Chief Collection. This dude, it would be so cool to like go back and play that game again. I guess you could with the land stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm putting down the P. Parsons thing. It's too good. So, I think a little bit later tonight, we're going to be playing this for a hot second. But I wanted to show you guys Sandbox, which is a thing that Face Punch has created. It's Gary Newman. Gary Newman started Face Punch. If you don't know, that's the real IP. That's the real creator of Rust. And he's been working on Sandbox. It's like Sandbox. Sandbox. It's going to be a publishing platform. So think like, I was going to say Unity. That's not a great example. But it's like a Unity. It's like Godot. It's like a Unreal Engine. But it's way more accessible. And it's built on the Source engine. Which the Source engine is the heart and soul of Half-Life. New and old. But it's always been kind of behind closed doors. So he's been the guy in his team working on that Face Punch. And so I think it's going to make things really accessible. I don't think we'll see the problems like we have with Unity. You know how I feel about Unity. And yeah, and then the publishing is pretty groundbreaking too. They're going to make it so much more accessible. You're going to have more access to the funds, and you can go like publish directly to Steam. And I think they're talking about doing a console type release. Now I know that's going to be slightly different because there's definitely barriers to enter and a certification process with console games, but I know Xbox has like an indie program, so they might be able to bridge in on that. Anyways, it's going to make development a lot more accessible, so I think it'd be fun for us to just mess around in there for a couple streams. I don't know if anybody will like it. I'm interested in it. I think it's going to have a pretty big impact on... Is that a solid green thing I just dropped in the bush? Oh my goodness. Wait, hardy green, yield. Whoa, my goodness. We just dropped a super seed randomly. You see this? Jeez. Jeez. I mean, I could have taken something else on the hardy, but I'll take the all greens and mostly yield and grit. Dude, 3 speed, 2 yields? My goodness, where is this? We need to come back to this wonderful plant. Anyways, I think it'd be cool. Plus, we can kind of build a couple things I've been kind of wanting to tinker around with a little bit. And we'll see how accessible it is. I just think back to the days where I wasn't streaming or anything, or I was making content back then, but I used to make levels and all kinds of stuff in different games, and it's so much fun to do. I don't know what we're going to do with it. I just think it'd be fun for us to kind of walk through it and kind of see what the future of publishing and gaming is going to be for us. For gamers, I think it's going to be a bit more long-term for us, maybe 2-3 years out before we really feel impact. We could technically feel impact in a few months, but I think overall... But for like somebody who's thinking about gaming and stuff, I think it has immediate impact. Plus, we can there's a lot of little games people have already made. I mean, there's been a lot of big stuff already made in there. I think it'd be cool to dick around. If we don't start that stream tonight, it'll be tomorrow sometime. And we might try to cover that information too. I don't know if it fits on this channel or not, so... kind of have to see where that fits in the grand scheme of things. In the meantime, until I know what to do with it, you'll sporadically see Sandbox, and you'll go, oh, okay, that's what that is. It's a lot of just playing around, being creative, so we'll be talking about other stuff anyway. We'll talk about Rust, we'll talk about GTA, and whatever else is in our minds. I think it's so cool too because like the deal they struck with Sandbox, with Gary and Gabe. Gabe's the guy who he's the Steam guy. Good dude, the best dude ever. You can tell he loves games. You just know it. The way they're gonna do the publishing is like very gracious because they publish, or like the software can very easily charge for a lot of stuff that they're doing, but they're not. You pay the flat fee and that's it. Then there's like, when you publish, there's like a percentage on that, and then you can go right to Steam, which is crazy. Like the barriers to enter are like just falling down. I think this is going to be pretty big, kind of up there with what YouTube did for like video on the internet. You could have video on the internet before, but you had to have infrastructure to do that, and you had to pay money up front. But this one is like, no, you can drop it, and you can make money like right away. So it's like YouTube, you know what I mean, in that way. Sweet. Jedi, sweet. I know we're playing with Nacho on Arc Raiders. We gotta get you in there and get your guy leveled up, Mr. Jedi Man. Oh, not to warn you, we got a little hostile on my character, so if you're PvE, I might suck you into the abyss for a minute until I level out. I know they put the trader in it and stuff. I'm interested to see it, but I think if we do touch it, it'll either be late tomorrow or Sunday. Might be on tap for tomorrow. There's construction happening, and I might be on call for particular technical calls. I don't think so. I think I cleared my board for most of the weekend, but we'll see. I don't mind jumping over there and doing stuff. But if I have to bail on something, that's probably why. Are you all the way leveled? I'm like level 25. I didn't even hit my... I don't even think I've done all the quests all the way through. And I definitely wasn't max level when I wiped. Never get to finish the expedition. That's okay, though. There's like a trader to help. So they added a trader in, and you can do these like quests for like higher tiered items. And you give it to the trader, and you get like you can build your vault size to bring things over in between expeditions. I think it's up to 5 slots, which is pretty freaking hot. So you get to pick 5 things that don't wipe. If you get the if you do all the challenges and stuff. Sorry, I'm talking so much I'm not even paying attention to what we're doing here. Very good. Okay, I don't hear the helicopter, so I think we're okay. I should probably hit some of the side stuff so we can just get some freaking... Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then there's like some other... Like, you can get some pretty cool exotic type legendary stuff, I think, through there too. Pretty cool. I know they did say for Arc Raiders... I know we haven't really been covering a lot of update stuff for that, but like... They did say that they're going to... They want more substantial updates. We're still going to have like events and live service type updates. But they said October is going to be the time where they drop like some really big content that's like really opens up more of obviously maps, but also like storyline and like more in-depth type gameplay loops. I was like, dude, I'm in. So I still think plenty to do until then. Even though we're not like hot to trot on Arc every day, I'm still sprinkling it in and having a good time. And then it was cool. We got to play with Nacho. He'd never played before. That was fun to show him. So yeah, I guess the next big update will be October for Arc Raiders, which is cool because we're going to be chomping at the bit because it's going to be October, November. In the States, we have Spanksgiving. Let's see, there was something else kind of cooking in like the indie realm, I think. I wanted to grab or check out. Let's see, was it the other one called like There Are No More Farmers or something like that? I think. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember if that's the name. I'll have to check out the old notes. Speaking of notes. It's almost like you want to make it Pete Parsons. So I'm staying in the middle of the field. I'm just writing this down before I forget. I might. I gotta make sure before I peel back any other new games or projects. Gotta make sure everything else is up to speed beforehand. Because I know I'll like it, and I know I'm gonna get sucked in. I gotta make sure my other stuff's done ahead of time. I know myself. Is this another cave up here? I think it looks like it. I'm gonna get shot. We need to start hitting these. Thought we got lucky and got gears. I want to say this is one, but this could just be part of the trench. Oh no, this is it right here, right? Ah, yes. I can't remember where this goes. Oh, jeez. My stick drift almost got me right there. You guys see the new Steam Decks are like crazy high now? Which, honestly, I don't think we're getting gouged by Gabe. I think that's how much it costs, because everything was quite reasonable beforehand. I can't remember the specific layout. Is this more like old school mixed with the new? It looks like it. I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with this config. This is a little bit old. No. I'll be honest, I'm a little scared. Oh yeah, didn't you say you're gonna do the Star Citizen thing too? Jedi? Is this the one that's straight mining but no location? We're going down in a corkscrew. Kind of curious. Let's go find out. Yeah, so anyways, as I went on a huge rant about a lot of different things, basically caves in RadTown will be this month at the end, which was not clear. By their own promises and estimates, it was supposed to be Thursday, but clearly that did not happen. Yeah, this is more like the old school mine mixed with a little bit of the new. Because we didn't have a track going down. I can't remember where that backside spills out to. Oh, that's the part of the trap. Okay. It was a nasty one. If the puzzle dumps you out on the other side, man, that's rough. I guess we're not getting in there, guys. I'm not the guy for that. I remember playing Destiny, doing those big raids in the beginning, like the very first one. That was so much fun. Bummer. They're not gonna... Basically, the bad leadership buried that franchise. Franchises. Plural. If this is the old one, isn't there supposed to be a side pocket on the right? Oh, is this supposed to be the one where it just goes down and this is where you mine, but this connects the other side? Is that how this works? I think it is. This must be the spill. Unless I missed something on the way over. I gotta tell you though, on the upside, it's a lot of work putting the maps in and the new population and the trains, because you'll see just how big the update of the trains are, which I'm very excited for. That's going to be wicked. It's going to be so much fun just blasting down the tunnels, just going ballistic. It's going to be tight. Tight. Is this the one that's a scatter of caves? Maybe. I can't remember what this config is. I don't know if you can plant in this one. I'm just as curious as you are. A little more old school, so we have... Nope, this is still down in the same chute. Ah, okay, this is the bucket. So, okay. Interesting. So this does look like it should have livable spaces. This is interesting how this works. Unless this is purely just puzzle, which is old school. They made tweaks to cave since we played on console and stuff, so I'm not 100% sure what this tweak is, or what this particular cave type is. I want to say the other entrance is the one that has a little bit of farming, but then you can build down there, and that's the exit, which is pretty hot. One's a dead end. I mean, dude, if you live here and you put like a helicopter base under there, your MLR's protected everywhere else. You're like, dude, you're all set. And you can rope these off. It's not impossible. We've seen dickheads do worse, you know what I mean? I see the up bucket, so I know there's gotta be something else down here. There it is. I mean, I don't know if this is it, but this looks like it could be it. Yeah, it's a lot of work to get those trains online. Like, those entities moving around is going to be crazy. You'll see. The train yard's going to change with it, or it should. I'm sorry, it should change with the above ground. Is this another one that goes down? Did I miss a key factor in this? Oh, that's a stabby spot right there. I love that. Okay. We're missing a big... Okay, we got to figure this out. Now I'm curious. I'm seriously confused. We'll put this out here and just call this Cave Explorer or something. Careful, I don't want to get clapped. Oh wow, this is so crazy to come out of too. Like, you got like all these ambush points. Whew. But if that connects the way I think it does downstairs, you could have two potential exit points. Whew, this could be a devastating place to live for people. Not devastating for them, but devastating for everybody else. Just call this deep storage. We're definitely missing another big part of this. That's the one we entered. Is there another side on this? Is there a front and back side? Say what? Is that right? Okay, let's go check that out. Okay. I don't think I got this one. This is like the old cave. Holy cow. A bit fancier with the lights on top, but I like it. There it is. Okay, so it looks like if you see the exit bucket, it looks like the entrance is most likely on the other side. These are kind of procedural. These aren't like 100% like a roll the dice every time. I think there's like variant types. It's like ABC if I'm not mistaken. This looks like an offshoot from like a failed jump. Well, let's get used to it because that's all I know. Oh my. Now, usually this leads to more. Not just the exit, but I guess we'll find out. Here we go. This is going to lead to building spots for sure. That's nasty. Dude, if you get stuck, if you build in this cluster, you're a G, man. Honestly, for a lot of people, for a while, this is going to be very confusing. I mean, dude, it's confusing for me. That doesn't take much though. There it is. You notice this variance on like the bottom of the silo too. And we could not do that jump, so you know, we got that going for us. What I do like about the caves is it's not just one person claiming it. You could have another guy sneak in. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I don't think we'll be getting this one anytime soon. I'm not that guy. Let's go check the other side though. Just walk through the bottom here. This is what we should all be playing right now, but, you know. I'm not mad. Yes, I am. I do love these minor caps, too. They're the best. Okay, we have plenty of low grade for this. I'll be honest, this probably is not the spot for me to live because I can consistently miss this when I'm trying. So if I'm having an off day, I don't think we're ever getting back to the base. If I'm getting shot at, you can forget me landing this. That's interesting. I'm trying to remember, because I think there's like another variant we can pull off of this. And I'm wondering if that's what connects the backside of this cave. I'm trying to keep track of it in my head. Hey, at least you didn't break my legs. Oh, hell, let loose beta this weekend? Alright. If I get enough stuff done and I don't get called in, I think I might check it out. I'm interested. I know myself. If I get in that game and I don't watch my time, it's going to be all I do all weekend. Oh, I'm bad at that jump. Very bad. I think we got one more jump in us before we gotta retreat. I'm not good at this cave. Just like the top of the silos at water treatment, I never go in there because I can never consistently do that one either. What's the other one that's all twisty? There's one on sewer processing. Yep, we're going back up. Fuck this. Yeah, I know myself. I'm gonna lock in on that game and just go bang bang bang. Maybe this is all just back shit then. This is just the escape. It'd be nice to know if I can make that jump. I can't. I have to drop off this payload anyway. Payload. Etch. Well, dude, on the PC, it took me forever to realize you could actually grapple on those. Plus, I think if we're just going to dig around and create like a level, just out of sheer curiosity, I think it'd be fun to take one of those, I mean, it's not going to be accurate, but it'd just be fun to dig around. It'd be fun to take one of those GTA screenshots from like the official. Just trying to make like their safe house or something. That'd be kind of dope. Like I said, it's not gonna be accurate, but it'd just be fun to kind of have a target. Or if somebody has a really cool photo, architecture, location, or both, we could try doing that too. I'm down for whatever. When we do sandbox, sandbox. Dude, I feel like I'm getting out of here, dude. I'm losing track. Hug the wall at the spike trap. Don't jump. I'm dead. We gotta jump this health and I'll come back. I'm gonna put a blankie down. I'm trying to think. There's always like some pictures you have like in your phone, save on your desktop or something. Where you're like, oh, that's like a cool place. Yeah, whether it's fictional or real. I like a lot of Roman architecture. I think it'd be cool to do some of that in there too. Anyways, if the tools look as accessible, as easy to use, as I think they are, and what I've seen, it should be a good time. Caves are nice. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, we'll try it, but I'm gonna make sure I got a save point first, and I have my loot back home. Mostly because I'm bad at jumping. I know. There's no safe pocket here. Up my butt. I'm already lost. Yeah, the big thing is we're going to try to explore a lot of these caves, especially that one, and see if we can't master some of those jumps, because I'm the worst. Yeah, when it falls in the spike trap, another reason why I've fallen privy to that far too often. I think ziplines in here would be nice. Yeah, another reason why when they say like quality of life update for the roadmap, just tell us what it is. And if you don't know that far out, then give us the first two or the first three, right? Just it makes the roadmap look weak, which I don't think it's going to be. I do think it's dumb excavators on top of November. No, literally no one's gonna see that. I mean, I'll make a video on it, but I guarantee you no one's gonna watch it because everyone's gonna be bouncing hookers off the hood of their car in GTA 6. Am I wrong? Sex workers, whatever you call them. You know what I'm saying? In game, okay? It's a fictional thing. YouTube, don't get weird. These are the jokes. This is the entertainment, folks. I think we'll all appreciate the excavator in January when we decide to give it a thing, but then we'll go right back into GTA again because online will probably be spinning it by then. There's so much detail in that game. The interiors, some of the patents I've seen, some of the stuff I've seen, wink wink if you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be crazy, man. Like I said, I think I'm just gonna follow around like pedestrians or like bums just to see what they do. Because they're gonna have like things they do. Can be bouncing the heavies. I mean, that's a pro move, dude. If you're a heavies bouncer, dude, you're a professional. Real quick, real fast, professional. Yep. There's something quite hypnotic about that. You get them heavies moving, dude. You're like, you don't like the mall? The mall? The M-A-L-L? What's the M? I mean, I don't like the mall either. This is a particularly nasty cave because the main entrance is like a stacked apartment going in reverse. To be fair, if you own the back chute, you can just drop down the dealio. You don't like the maps or this particular map? Are you talking about the map in GTA? And having lived in Florida, the vibe they're trying to catch in there, I think it's going to just make it pretty sick. There's a lot of weird shit in Florida. Confirmed. It fits the vibe of GTA pretty well. Oh yeah, and I was trying to check the map status too when I got home. And my game crashed. I was like, the fuck's going on? You know, came from a cold boot to a crash. I was like, what? It is funny. One of those moves or a crazy phrase. You're like, you break concentration. You're like, what did he say? KO. Fatality. Man, what I saw. Oh, built here. It was us. Got a little bit of wood, sure. Honestly, if I had a weapon, we'd probably try to swing on cargo ship, but I don't even have like a decent weapon to even grub it. That would put us over the top, what we need. I mean, it's good we got level 2 and stuff. I really just need gears. See? It's an easy jump, and I blew it. I blew it again. Now I'm nervous. Now I can't even get out of the cave. Imagine if I was getting chased right now. Dead. Full dead. I'm dead. Full dead. Dead. We'll make our scout shack here, the counter flank shack in the front. Shake shack? Shake shack? We'll probably stick the boobler in there. I think this got some pretty nasty potential too. I was trying to really nail down positioning for this because you're not always going to have time to put a bunch of these things in and then knock out 10, 15 of these triangles if you mess it up. We need like good indicators to know like how you can build on the interior of these. I think I got it. I'm gonna buzz. Ooh. Tell me it's nighttime again. Ugh. Nasty bitch. Let's go do the boar mission, and then we'll do the vagabonds. Yeah, have a little shack on top. Just start land climbing, but then you can have like a little camera shoot back, and then like little solar panels on top. Brother, it's the way to go. I think ideally, like, if you want to stay low-key, just get a bubbler downstairs. Charge up your battery and have all your furnaces run on timers so you don't accidentally leave it on and burn out a battery. That's like having your industrial feed into your wood box and you don't have enough stuff to actually cook and you just burn up all your wood. Need something to stop it. Which we're here to do. That's one of the things I want to dive into when we get down there. I think we'll try to pick up some sulfur occasionally and some metal. Probably get just a little bit of wood in case we need to avoid pigs. Let's try to get some of these barrels going. Maybe. Guess we can always hit the water. That's always an option. There's a pig right there, but I don't have a quest. You're safe. This is a stinky burp. That's nasty. You can get up there too. Yeah, I'm bummed out this didn't come out this Thursday, man. Did anybody else see the warning on that? I definitely didn't. Maybe I'm the asshole. Maybe I missed it. It's like, wasn't this supposed to be Thursday? Can't stop farming. Old habits die hard. Yeah, might as well just get the quest. I mostly just went for the caves. I wasn't really looking for like loot routes, which kind of hurt me. Ouch. That's a good one. We'll take it. Yeah, I think us getting a level 3 and getting some of those doors up is paramount, but also I need the gears to do that. Need a gear to make a generator. I believe it's 3. Yeah, make sure I'm getting red barrels too. We gotta stockpile all of the crude that we can. We should probably do a water run. Usually you get a lot of gears doing that too. I do have a Discord, but if you're looking to do a report on the server, make sure you use the in-game report system and not the Discord. Be specific about what happened, who it was, what grid they're in, and any other names associated with it. If you could, please and thank you. Discord is !Discord in the chat. Thank you, Mr. Jay's got our back. I need gears. Playing casually like this is making me so soft, dude. Something can come up and just clip me. And I'm gonna go, huh? I shouldn't be, but it's gonna happen. I'm gonna go, what? Ooh, camera, perfect. I guess if we can't really find the gears, we could just do the outside thing. It's good we have options, because if you're somehow weird on gears like we are, low, it's at least an option. Ooh, barricades are actually quite important. It feels like there's a bit more foliage in the open areas. Thank you. I gotta pay attention to airdrops. Remind me next time it drops if I miss it. We should be out there looking for like hawks. I fill up so fast. Try to see what kind of super cheap industrial system we can get going on the top. What's up? Bentley says, how do I get VIP? I got you, ! VIP in the chat. You become a channel member here. And then once you do, make sure you go to my community tab. There's a post about the server. Once you're a member, go under that post. There should be a members only post. Reply with a sentence and your gamer tag, like, hi, my name's Steve, and here's my gamer tag, or whatever. Don't use your real name, but you get what I'm saying. Make it a real sentence, because then YouTube knows you're a real person. Make sure that it posts. And then, I mean, if I'm still online here, just give me a heads up, and we'll get you on the VIP list, which is Q-Skip. Go ahead, give it a shot. If you need some help, we'll do our best. Yeah, it didn't help yesterday. I mean, it's cool they're putting the patches and stuff through, but what's really annoying is like the server's set to automatically update when it gets like those kind of updates, and it didn't do that. And it's like, well, why do I have that button on if, you know, like the server was sitting in limbo for a period of time today because the server didn't restart where it should have, and I was like, what? Mega Ball mission. That was good. We actually got computers out of that. Ooh, we could make a station out of that, can't we? It is very dark. I did learn the station. Go me. And I think I learned how to do those. Nope, I didn't. Not cool enough. Yes, I did. That's metal. And then what's the other one? This is probably metal. 75 bucks? No, 150. So we're looking at 300 metal. Okay, yeah, we got that. I don't know what's stalking me in the darkness. It's got me freaked out. I feel like I'm missing something for this weekend. Something major. There's been so many new games and stuff too. Subnautica 2's fun. I can't wait for more updates for that. Had a good time playing that. Oh, do we know the medical syringe? Don't. We're saving up for the big boy thing too, so we'll put this over for Scrappy Poo. Probably just stick these in the thing so if we get attacked we can at least dip. There we go, more significant things go in here. 66 is pretty damn good. Not bad. It's romantic. What's up, everybody? I am glad to see that the DLCs from Face Punch are coming to us. Now, they may be broken on occasion because of the port or whatever, but when it's fixed, you're actually using a Face Punch product. For the first time in a long time, I got Skittles. I'm eating Skittles. With that sugar buzz. Takes me back to when my dad used to take us to the movies, dude. Sneaking candy. Cause that shit's a ripoff at the theater, yeah. You know what? I gotta play the Zelda. I'm behind 2. Maybe 3 by now. It's just like, I don't have the time. I'm not traveling like that for work. That's usually when I play that kind of stuff. Usually if you're on the plane or something, you're usually doing work. At least I am. But more and more, it's not like we go business, but economy and stuff, dude. If you got long legs, forget it. Oh, you're on your computer? Somebody leans back a little bit, which they're allowed to do. There's like, your computer's like, boom. It's like, oh, damn. Okay. I don't know, did I learn those windows last time? I don't think I did. I did. Yeah, the level 3 is going to be big for us. Another reason why we need gears. I'm getting used to doing this type of building. Because we're going to get the armor ladder hatch at some point. Yeah, put that in one of the quality of life updates, dude. Right? Let us know what's happening. But I think the way to do the interior of the cave, as many doors as possible and weave them up and down. Yeah, it's been a long time. Last time I really got on the Switch was like Animal Crossing. And now there's a whole nother Switch. I mean, I play it like if my nieces and stuff are around. That's not all the time, though. Who knows? Maybe they don't play Minecraft anymore. I don't know. It's so funny, because as soon as you have, like, nieces and nephews, oh, I can't wait for them to be old enough to play Minecraft so we can play that shit. Alright. Why did you let Uncle Jade nuts? Like, stay up all night and play Minecraft? Hell yeah. I'm gonna grab another water before daybreak. What's up, Bentley? If you're here in the stream and you let me know, and I'm looking for it, it can be right away. That's why it's like stay in the chat. So if there's anything that like if YouTube does like the moderation thing sometimes, we can catch it like fast. Dude, I've already had a handful of Skittles. I was like, I'm good for like an hour, dude. Maybe longer. That's a lot of sugar. Water. So we really don't have any gears still, which is crazy. Hey, let me check my map real quick. Ouch. Keep hitting my notebook. It's all splayed out. Let's see. Ooh, sun's coming up. Perfect. Perfect. We actually do have a lot of options here. I kind of forgot about that. Right. Okay. It's on side. Yeah, okay, we're not doing too bad. Star crunches for you at the moment. Yeah, it's like I like candy, but then like chocolate's good. I can only do so much of the candy cane. I like it, but it's kind of like a cheesecake. I don't do a lot of that. It's so rich, you know? It's like a lot. Am I turning into my mother? The hell? It's a lot. I also can't read in the car anymore because it makes me car sick. What the hell? Anybody else like that? Anybody else's mom like that? I saw my mom not too long ago, and I had to hop in the back because the nieces and nephews, yes. And I was like, normally I just, you know, not a big deal. I was back there, I was like, dude, It's a big deal. When did that happen? Cheesecake is good, but I seriously can only do like a bite or two. It's so intense. Kind of a puss. I'm sensitive. It's my skin. It's sensitive. I'm hoping we get some gears. What else? There's like another food that's like super rich. Oh, I don't like frosting. I know, am I weird? There has to be, if it's that like pure sugar frosting, it was like this too much. Anybody else like that? If it's like the Costco frosting, that's not bad. Although that can overload you pretty quick. Am I just a big pussy or what? Yes. Let's go recycle some of this big shit. I'm hoping I can. Dude, we still have no gears, which is crazy. We should start doing cards and just running puzzles. We're just gonna get them as we do stuff. Okay, so we'll go back to the base. We'll start cooking, and we'll just start the collection thing on the surface. We have enough materials to do it, so we'll just start that. Because as we go out and wander, the solar panels will manufacture, store, or power. Well, create, and then gears. Oh my goodness. I need that so bad. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness. Wait, really Frosty? I like Frosties. I got the ginger sensitivity. I'm like real weird about food. Or that just might be IBS. Who knows? But like my skin is sensitive. I'm like sensitive to smells. So like if there's too much cigarette smoke, although it does remind me of my uncle. You know what I'm saying? And my father when he smoked. Yeah, I'm pretty sensitive to that. It's funny, it's like as much as you like don't like it, it does push that nostalgia button. You know what I mean? Even if you don't smoke, which I don't. But it's like, you're like, oh yeah, childhood. Oh, frosting. Yeah. Frosting's, yeah, it's too much. Like the standard shit at like the store, it's always way too much. Sorry, I can't read. Yeah, it has to be like a different type of frosting. And if they do the frosting, it's got to be such a small amount. Otherwise, it's just, I feel like it overpowers the thing. The cake is the money. And like, if you have too much frosting, you almost have to balance it out with the vanilla ice cream. And, like, smush it over there to make sure you're countering it a bit. Dude, it's like when you're doing fries from McDonald's and Coca-Cola. In the right amount, it's bliss. Right? Cake frosting, right? Okay, yeah. You typed it right. I just can't read. This my bad. Yeah, you have to have the right balance, and it's really good. If you have enough to do a boobler. Jeez, not one of these. Shit. Yeah, if frosting is like a thing, it's gotta be a lower amount than what the quote unquote norm is, because I feel like the norm is just too much. Fries with good Frosty's legit, yeah. But like, there's something about McDonald's fries and Coca-Cola that 100% goes together. Would you agree with that? There's something about the grease, salt, and then that like high fructose corn syrup that just gets it. I'm sure the caffeine plays a little role in that too. And they know it. I mean, let's be real. They, McDonald's knows what they're doing. Just like when a girl with big tits has a low top, she knows what she's doing. She does. And it works. Even though you're just noticing it now. It will work, has worked, will continue to work. It's tale as old as time. Dude, you will understand if you're a guy and you don't understand why you like tits, brother. It's built in. It's built in. Watch a baby eat and you'll go, oh. Like watch a baby eat. He's like, arr, arr, arr. Like, oh, food source. Pizza Hut Dr. Pepper, yeah, that's got a good combo. Our society's fucked us up with that sugar, man. We love it. Old school Pizza Hut was where it was at. Hell yeah, it was. Hell yeah. Dude, it was good. I mean, the buffet's good, probably because it feels like you're making out like a bandit, but you're right, it was different back then. What they had an old one that was like a big square or rectangle. What was that called? What was that shit? And why don't they do that anymore? Bigfoot. That's what it was. Bigfoot. Do they do the cheese in the crust all the time? That feels like it's a temporary thing. It comes and goes, like the McRib. Why you gotta tease us like that? What are you trying to do with my emotions? Your boy wants to stuff his face real good. Long pause. Well, we managed to get some gears. That's good. Guess we can charge the battery more immediately. We need more than just one. Yeah, we'll just throw this in there. If we really need some, we'll just learn it somewhere else on the tree. I want the engineering table. I think we're really missing out without it. What do you guys think? Yeah, Dr. Pepper with like certain things is really good. Had they really? Ah, Bentley. Okay, let me get you hooked up, brother. Just make sure you put your name in the jeez, community tab under my channel. Stay in here. We'll walk you through it. I'll walk back to the crib so we can get you hooked up. I bet he already did it. I bet he already knows. He's just waiting on my slow ass. Alright, calculating. We're risking all the loot for you. Beep beep. Dude, I don't know who created the JD Vance memes, but they make me laugh. That picture of him with the curly hair, it's so funny. And he's always drinking hot dog water. I just love that the lore for that just keeps getting more ridiculous. I bet it was just some dude photoshopping something, just made him look like a dickhead, and then somebody else took it a little bit further, and now we have the JD Vance memes. I love them. I think it's cool. I think he likes them too, because people are posting them at him, which are not flattering. And he's like, yeah, dude, that's sweet. And I was like, you know what? Good for you. You know? It's good. It's good when somebody can laugh at themselves. Good dude. Okay, I don't see that post yet. Hopefully he finds it. Okay, well, at least we're hot to trot, ready to check it out. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we're waiting. Yeah, I saw one where he did like a freestyle thing for the Winter Olympics. It is so funny, dude. It's just another example of how the internet wins most of the time. I tell you what, I got into a lane. I don't think it's real, but maybe it is. Or it's either these guys are dumber than a pile of rocks, or it's rage bait, or maybe it's all the above. Those construction guys that are, I think they're from Louisiana, and they just do the dumbest shit you've ever seen. You know what I'm talking about? Guy's always got his shirt off. This probably legitimately sounds insane. If you don't know, I was showing the boys yesterday, and I go, here, check this out. And I was like, I fucking hate it. It's crazy because I think it's satire, but I don't know. And the scary thing is, I know people like that. I don't think they do construction. But man, it's crazy. It's like N something construction, NB. It gotta be. It's on Shorts, but it's gotta be on TikTok too. And the guy's always wearing like a chain or something while he's while he's doing construction work. He's got like sandals on. I was like, dude, they're cutting like the metal roof or the tin roof or something. I was like, dude, one of you dum dums is gonna get a gash like you wouldn't believe. Okay, Bentley says, how do you get to the community page? Okay, so if you go to my just channel, there should be a thing that says post or community. Click on that and you should see community post. And now that you're a member, find the post about the server, but go under that one. It'll say like members only next to it. We got you, brother. Stay and then pop back in here to make sure you're good to go, okay? We don't want you to get lost in the process. Dude, what's it? There's another meme where the guy's like dancing. That doesn't RadTown. It looks like it's from the 80s or maybe the 70s. I'm not really sure. He's like, get down on the floor, on the floor. And he's like busting out. I think they did a JD Vance meme on that one too, which, by the way, hilarious. That one's dope. We just duct taped the super glue to the cut. Right, right. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you guys don't, I'm gonna ruin your night with this one. I think it's real. I don't know. I go back and forth every day. Let me just find the group chat from the boys, and I'll just find the link. Because I remember I just posted on it and said, I fucking hate this. I mean, whatever it is they're doing, it seems to be working. Yeah, you can do that, but no, you wouldn't. Okay, here's a good example. You wouldn't be dumb enough to be having heavy stuff and or cut metal around your body and have open toe sandals on, would you? You wouldn't be, I don't know, framing a house or doing a roof with a nail gun in sandals, would you? No, you wouldn't. You know how I know that? Because you're not retarded. I don't know. It's got to be rage bait, right? Here you go. This is going to ruin your night. Actually, no, that one's funny. But this is going to piss you off. Sorry in advance, dude. I don't know. I see this. It just pisses me off. It's so dumb. Okay, put it in those members. Okay, let me get you, buddy. Thank you. Let's stick around. I just want to make sure that goes through. Sometimes YouTube blocks stuff. Like right now. Okay, let me see if it held it. Dude, the restrictions they have on this is so annoying sometimes. Okay, hang on. Can you refresh the page that you posted on to make sure that it went through? I'm gonna refresh my side here. YouTube can sometimes be slow. You know how it is. It gets. Okay, I don't see it yet. Give it a refresh over there and just make sure it's posting. Make sure you put a sentence like, "Hey, here's my gamertag : and then put your gamertag." I don't even see it under the held. The only reason I say that is because, okay, YouTube oftentimes will like add these moderation features. Check some of the held comments. Those are funny. I didn't see yours yet, sir. Refreshing. Yeah, YouTube gets weird with its... Hold on, let me make sure you got this. Sounds like rage bait. I put the link in there. It's pretty dumb. You'll definitely lose some IQ points watching it. Yeah, like that I think is rage bait, but then you see him do something else. I'm like, I think that's who this kid is. Dude, it's the most confusing shit. I like the comments they put in a lot of these. And they're like, 50% building, 50% fighting for your life. Like, that's very accurate description of what just occurred. I got a good one. I'll put this one in chat. This one is unnecessarily dangerous. You're like, why are you doing that? There we go. This one pisses me off too. You're just like, dude, why are you doing that? Yes, this one. I didn't see it in there, Bentley. Can you make sure that it posted on the community tab? Let me take a look. Because YouTube's holding it or I'm not seeing it. Can you make sure that it posted? Just refresh the, yeah, because make a sentence say like, hey, here's my gamertag : and then put your PSN ID or your gamertag, if you would. Here, let me double check my refresh on this one too, okay? If not, what we'll end up doing is I'll grab it from the chat, okay? But it needs to go up on that members only post. Like, just make sure it stays there because that's how we check it long term. Because then when we do like a sweep or whatever, you might get put into the no VIP, and when you do have a VIP. So I may put it in now, but just make sure it shows up on that list on the under the post. Why is YouTube so annoying with the posts? But yet bots seem to just plague certain areas of YouTube. Am I right or what? We're trying to legitimately use this thing, and I can't get a post. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's why it's good like you stick around here, Bentley, because sometimes YouTube likes to be fickle. Alright, so I have the YouTube thing. And if it doesn't catch this time, I'll just grab the VIP from you. But again, make sure that it shows up on that post. We got, oh, I hear a bear. Hold on. If you don't mind putting the gamer tag in the chat. Oh, you put it on like the Farming 2.0 video? No. It has to be in the members only post for like the community tab or the post. Yeah, that's why I'm not seeing it. It's hang on, let me find the post. This post, reply to this one. I got you, dog. Hold on. I know it's confusing. We gotta have a better way to do it. It's on me. Hold on, dog. And it's great. I should be able to see it at the comment you made on the Farming 2.0 thing too, but YouTube is so fickle, man. Okay, and then if you don't mind, just to get the ball rolling, let's just get your gamer tag here. Go ahead and post it in chat. But make sure that you reply with, hey, my gamer tag is blah, 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 under that link I just posted, which goes to the members only post on YouTube. Wow, that sounds very confusing. Mr. Bentley Arsenal. I'll get you hooked up. Should have like a play video that I can bring up on screen too, because it is kind of buried on YouTube a bit, and if you're not super familiar with it, I get why people get lost. I think it might help people navigate the... Yeah, I'm probably not doing a good job explaining it or reading. Everybody knows I can't read. Everybody knows this. Yeah, and it doesn't help that YouTube restricts everything. It's a helpful tool, but it can be awfully restrictive at times where you're like, hey, I just need this to like work. Yeah, it feels like they're fiddling with the knobs often. Knobs. Ah, I almost walked in that one. Auto run. Whew. Yeah. My stick drift is going to get me rinsed. Just post that? Okay, cool, man, cool. And then if it doesn't show up and YouTube's being weird, I'll just take the gamer tag from here, okay? But again, make sure it shows up on that members only post. Let me go take a look. Yeah, YouTube's just probably being real fickle tonight, which is super not helpful. Thanks, Bentley, for sticking it out, brother. We'll figure this out, yeah? Oh, we were talking about the JD Vance memes. I guess we just showed up on my shorts. How does it know? Yeah, if you would just post it here for now, just to get the ball rolling. So at least you're in and you got your Q skip, and then we'll just have to track that down later. Bentley Arsla, if you don't mind, if you put your gamer tag in this chat just to get it going. YouTube, 0 points. Yeah, thanks for sticking around and being patient. I'm glad you're in the chat so we can get it like sorted out. I had a feeling. I haven't tested the YouTube stuff in a minute, and I was like, well, let's just make sure. Stick around. I don't see it under the HALD either. And maybe it does take a minute, which wouldn't surprise me. I was thinking about doing it through like Patreon because we could kind of automate it that way, but then it goes off-site, and that might be even more confusing. And we need a way to kind of link it too, but to be fair, everything's kind of manual now anyways. If there's enough demand for the weekly, we might. Is it there? Okay, then it might just maybe it's taking me forever to catch up. How come I'm missing it? Is YouTube restricting something here? Hold on. Yeah, if you could put the gamer tag in here just so we can get the ball rolling, brother. Maybe it's just gonna take it to show up for me. Take a minute to show up for me. We're burning up. Because the HQM core is putting on sulfur too. And then, because HQM and sulfur are kind of related to each other in that way. So I removed them both. Until the diesel goes behind monuments, I'll probably have those things removed. It just sits out of whack. Are you gonna crumb, dude? Sweet, thank you. Sorry for the delay and stuff. I will probably show up too, like 30 minutes later, just to get the ball rolling. Appreciate it, sir. Yeah, if you muster up enough people that want to have the weekly, I'm more than happy to do that. Oops, it fell out of me. Teehee. Okay, you should be. VIP. Oh. Thanks for being patient, dude. I know YouTube's YouTube can be something else sometimes. We got it. It should only take, I think, at maximum a couple minutes. Usually it's pretty instant when it comes through. Why can't I pick up that box? Are we gonna crash? Hold on. Server might be losing response here. I have a feeling. Yeah, there it goes. Whew, I thought that was gonna dump us. This is on the new gen, correct? I would assume so. Yeah, the problem is Sulfur Core was just too OP, especially with the slight boost and T's and stuff that we have. Mobility, jackhammer, all that good stuff. It's really easy to like get a lot of sulfur with the Sulfur Core. And then it's too easy to slingshot from one raid to the next, and then one asshole that's not getting laid or has a job wipes the whole server while everyone else is getting laid and making money. So there's got to be a little bit more pull there, push-pull, you know what I mean? And Face Punch agreed. They did make that change, we just haven't seen it yet. They put all diesel behind key puzzles, which I was like, that's decent. You got to like kind of be more part of the economy to do it. You can't just sleeping bag grab it all the time. So I was like, yeah, I agree with that because it feels like the pace, even when you don't have boost, it feels like the pace of self-recording pays out too much. With the rate at which you're getting the diesel cans, which is high. We've all played on servers where people not ride self-recording. It's rough. Yeah, the problem with the HQM is kind of the inverse. If someone's sitting on that, you're getting too much high quality, which means they can build at a faster rate and people can actually collect. They're also interconnected as well. Interlinked. Interlink. I'm gonna pull my yam bag straight up. It might be, we might keep this one and then start another one that's weekly or something like that. If there's enough demand for it. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. The only thing I'm hardlining now is the self-recording stuff until the changes come through. And then if it still feels unbalanced, we'll have to make changes accordingly. Or you can do what you used to do, which is bi-weekly, weekly. What do you mean? 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks? No, it's either been all month, weekly. It is bi-weekly right now. Bi-weekly goes into a soft wipe. And then the second, at the end of the month, it's a hard wipe. Yeah, the problem is with the weekly too ramped up high like that. Like we also had all BPs turned on. It's cool, but like the progression happens so fast. Like, people leave just maybe faster than they do the other way around. It's gotta, the progression has to feel like something. I already feel like progression's pretty quick. The vanilla feels quick. The boost rates just make that faster. There's a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It was cool in the beginning, but also people didn't really know what, like, a weekly with all BPs turned on is like. They're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe we can do this. I think people are over that now. I'm not saying people don't have those type of servers, but I'm just saying I think its popularity has dipped. I could be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, the server you're currently playing is bi-weekly. Do you have like an only vanilla community server? I tried that. People didn't seem that interested in it. Again, if there's enough interest, I'm more than happy to do it. I tried to do straight vanillas, and people shit on it. But again, that was early in the thing where people were like, oh my goodness, we can have boosted rates. But then you don't realize you're doing stuff so fast, it's like not fun. What's up, Braver Land? Playing on console or PC? Console, brother. Look at this interaction, Jade. I'm gonna build more on this up. We're gonna make some of the like I said, I'm down for it, but I've tried some of the other stuff and people just don't seem to like it. I like vanilla, I do. But I've also found very quickly that what I like and what the people like in the server are not the same thing. The thing I do try to maintain is like experience in the progression levels. And we've kicked it up and things just seem too fast. I don't know, maybe there's a market for that one, but I think it would be on a different server. Like, we would just make another server for that. Nice. You've been playing since 2025, since halfway through? Played everywhere. Tight, dude. And maybe you're the heartbeat of it, you know? Maybe we should start considering that again. Because you're right, I think things have settled in. So, you know, I'll consider it for sure. I think if we make a change, it might be another server. Because I think people that expect this one now might be like, oh. I mean, obviously we gotta wait to the next cycle of something before we make a change. And we have to let people know ahead of time. Well, I have noticed that people, when they get raided in this game, they kind of bone out anyways, no matter what the... You know what I'm saying? Yeah, true. That's a good question, Mr. Jedi. It depends on how tomorrow shakes out. As far as me getting a call to come in and do X, Y, or Z. It's not X, Y, or Z. It's gonna be and. It's gonna be this, this, and this. We could try to squeeze something in tomorrow, I think. If not, it would be Sunday. I think so. Yeah, if my timeline doesn't get completely grenaded by somebody making a request. Like, hey, something broke. I'll be like, ah, shit. Ooh, that's enough, isn't it? Ooh, I think we might have enough. Well, yeah. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, let's try to do something like that and see what's up. If I have to bail, I apologize in advance. I just know I kind of know how this works. I got the runway clear, but something's gonna sneak in last minute, and they won't have anybody else to like that can solve it. And I know it's gonna be me that gets the call. Which is fine. Yeah, probably sometime tomorrow, and then maybe like Sunday. If it's Sunday, it's gonna be off the East Coast. Probably anytime after like 1. If things go as planned. Yeah. It says, what was wrong with this wipe? It says, cause I'm so confused. Oh, no, and 1 p.m. It says your time waited all day for like 4. Yeah, the problem was they kept shit in the bed, right? Like, you know how Double 11 is. They'll like make an update and then like, oops, we're gonna have to roll back. Everybody in community service, you're gonna have to wipe and start over. And I was like, they were showing signs of that pretty early on. So I was like, I'm gonna wait because I don't want to make people play for 4 hours and then wipe your progress if I can avoid it. Which, by the way, 011 has forced a wipe on us, and that has happened where we had no control over that, which sucked. So I was waiting to see what they were gonna do. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a big update, right? Thinking the caves would be in. Then finally I was like, okay, it looks like they have that thing resolved, which means we're probably safe. So I put all the stuff in, I reset the server, the new update caught, and then I was like, where are the caves? And then I'm all checking that going, am I stupid? Did I miss it? And then it turns out they didn't release the caves, and I was like, well, what the hell? Spent an hour and a half trying to make sure. I thought I typed in a crappy seed, you know, because I had to like do it from my phone because I wasn't like home at the time. I was earlier, but like when they were showing signs of the update being crappy, I was like, uh-oh. You know what it's like. And you're like, okay, so we gotta wait. And sometimes they don't push it on our cluster till later. That wasn't the case this time. We were waiting for them to resolve that issue. Because, let's be honest, if they're having trouble on their official servers, it just means it's a trickle down for us. Which means that the update probably came in late. But to be fair, I waited. I was away from my office, and then that's when I made the change. I even made a comment in there. I was like, yeah, sweet caves. And then I was like, where the hell are the caves? I thought I did something wrong. I thought I missed, like, you know how you like build monuments? So I rekeyed it again and did the seed and then rebuilt it. And I was like, no, there's no caves. Then I finally checked and they squeezed it in the blog. I'm like, what? Yeah, normally it's not that late. I think our official window has a pretty big window because of those situations. Well, most of the time, it's them. Not like our cluster doesn't get the update until later. The main game will get it, but then like certain spots in the US don't get it right away. Or where their servers are at. Either one. Like we have the update, but the server doesn't. Which, in theory, it should have reset anyways and done the update, but I had to do it manually too, which is very odd. It's like I thought we had this on automatic. I think that happened last night too, or this sometime today. The server got an update and didn't like automatically take the update, so we're stuck in restart limbo. I was like, what? Yeah, as you know, super annoying at the lack of communication in that department. It's like penis, soft. Red says, look at the map real quick. Okay, what am I looking for? What am I looking for exactly? What am I looking for, dude? Yeah, so apologies. Usually the update's a lot more timely, but in this case it was not. This is where your base is. Braverland. It seems an awful lot like you're trying to stream snipe, brother. I'll tell you right now. If I smell you anywhere close to the base, I'm throwing everything on the ground and never coming back to the server, so don't do it. Yeah, clearly we don't want you to stream snipe us. Trying to be polite, but I see I'm gonna have to be more direct. Fucking no. Stop asking. Or you're gonna get timed out. Don't be an obnoxious twat. I'm going with my gut instinct on this one. It's temporary, but it's for a hot second because I don't trust you. My gut instinct says that's trouble. I'm going with that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't seem like an aggressive one. Which means this little, you know how this is gonna probably go out? I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but this is how it's gonna go. This kid will take it like a chick that pursues you, right? Should be like, try harder. And you're like, no, actually what I meant was, I don't want a relationship. And that's cool if you do, but I don't want to lead you on. And then she'll be like, try harder. And then she'll just like show up at places and you're like, yeah, this is the worst. So this little dude's gonna show up outside the door and be like, this is how I imagined it. This is how we become friends. I was like, no, this is how you stream snipe and annoy everybody. Bye. Get banned for life on everything. And we definitely won't interact with that. So, if that's the goal, then damn, I can't wait for school to go back in. Because holy shit, that's annoying. You're the worst. Everyone hates you. You're the worst. You know what I mean? Every streamer hates it. It's the absolute worst thing. You're just like, okay, man. All we do is just deal with that dumb shit all day long. You're like, okay. I know. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you're like, man, that stream sniper was really cool? 0 times that's occurred. Look, crashing your worth on it? Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Like, alright, I think that's the point, is to just be a fucking annoying twat. Which is a little kid's game. For sure it is. Super sad when adults do it. Just cold and tragic. It's a lot easier to chalk it up to troubled youth. Still annoying, but... He's like, hey, where's your base at? I was like, dude, Rob's so ready to throw my shit on the floor. Say I won't. Is that? Oh, yeah. I didn't even get any of the... Oops. You know what? The more I thought about that... Permanent. My Spizer's telling me that's bad news. Armor, they will team kill you out of the heli. That's annoying. You're like, well, yeah, why would you... You know what I mean? You're just a faceless, nameless douchebag. No one knows who that is. You know what I mean? You can't be like, oh, look what I did. It's going to say fucking Becky's loose fucking trap door. And everybody be like, you're loose? You're like, no, it's me. It's Steve. And everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. It's like, why would you run into your teammate? Because it's the best. Also, check out my micro penis. Like, yo, man, how many times you gotta tell you? I don't want to see that shit. I love to like make a backstory for the in my head about just what kind of person that would do that. And what's really fucked up and funny, it's usually pretty accurate. It's troubled youth, dude. It's usually a lack of a father figure is what it comes down to. And if it's an adult, you know, I don't know what to tell you. That's, you know, that's might be beyond help. I have dog shit for freaking high quality, don't I? We're gonna have to go rectify that situation. Oh, I know. I just made a freaking bench like an asshole. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Jeez, I just totally struck out. That's it. 250, 500, and 200. Okay. Guess I'm more tired than I thought. I'm all like, huh? I'm having a hard time doing basic math here. What I don't understand, which is strange, when people get mad at you for like doing YouTube, or like doing like, you're like, man, you're a piece of shit. You're making videos, updating people, and you look happy, and you're like, yeah, isn't that the just? You play games, don't you want to do that too? It's like, you can do it. I'm not getting in your way. I promise you. I'm not the factor stopping you. It's whatever that mindset is of saying fuck everyone else and I'm not gonna make anything or do anything. It's like, dude, go make a thing. I'm not stopping you. Usually that's immaturity and you know, lack of experience. You know, so troubled youth, not troubled youth, but just younger. Because your gut instinct sometimes is like, sometimes you just attack people, and you're like, yeah, that's not good. You realize that as you get more self mastery, you go, yes. Which when you're full of piss and vinegar, you're like, fuck that guy. You're like, dude, I don't even know who you are. We never interacted before. Why do you hate me so? And I never get too is like people in your category, which thankfully this doesn't happen too often, but like people who like get all pissy and shit that are in your like, you're like, we're essentially colleagues, and you just went to work and decided to just, you know, take a piss on my floor in my office or something. You're like, yeah, everyone's gonna hate you for that. You're kind of a dick. Like, yeah, fuck that guy. And everyone's like, why? Yeah, because I don't know how to sort out my feelings about stuff. Seems like you're the dickhead. Yeah, the jealousy thing you can understand after you're younger. You know, it still is not cool, but you're like, hey, I can, you know, you can do this. Yeah, but to like shit on the people that would like you would be collaborating with or like in your sector is crazy. It's like being overly hostile to people that you go to work with. You're like, why would you do that? Because they're my enemies. You're like, we are on the same team. Literally same team. What's crazy is you do see that mentality in like big companies, like Fortune 500, Fortune 100s, 200 companies. They're just big companies. It's just the overhead, and like the stabbery becomes crazy. And you're just like, whoa, dude. You be downstairs in the world headquarters or something, getting lunch in like the big facility, and the cook stabs you in the back. That is from accounting. He's like, I don't even know anybody from accounting. Fuck you. What's happening? Yeah, it's a different level of red tape, that's for sure. I am bad at jumping. Yeah, and that's a good, yes. That's the same thing. Yes, it's that same, like, that's how you kind of know you're doing well in, like, a particular video or something, because that level of, like, hatred comes out. when you just gotta know to like sidestep it. But also, like, and you can probably test this, is like, you really gotta start setting up times of like when you go check your stuff, because you could be hanging out with like, you could be beating cheeks or something, or like hanging out with your moms, your dad, your nieces, nephews, whatever, great, your nana, pop, pop, and then you check your phone and your comments, and you're like, then some guy can creep in and call you a fuckhead, which that happens, but like, it's really it's weird when you read that when you're doing something personal and you're like, oh, I didn't need to read that right now. But like, yes, you can discard it and move it to the side, but it still takes some overhead. So you're like, oh, I'm just gonna gang this up and do this at a certain time during the day, so it's not interfering with like daily stuff. It's like a small thing, but I think it makes a difference. Because you kind of like pack it up and like, I don't know, like I don't check the comments before I go shoot something. Because I'm excited about what I'm like doing and saying, and you want to keep that level of excitement. That's for the same reason why if you're gonna go out to party, you don't hang out with a guy who's a bummer. Like, man, this guy's a fucking yikes. The guy's a negative Nancy all the time. Even though you discard it and move it off to the side quickly, it still has to touch you at some point. So it's better it doesn't interfere with your life. There you go. That's it. That's the better way to say it. No, but I think Burnt Peanuts, he's great, dude. He's been great for a long time. Always thought he was funny. I thought he was great in Tarkov. He's great. The Arc Raiders blew him up. I think that's awesome. It's good to see him get that shine. And it's just verification that he's doing everything right with the hatred that came with it. I was like, yeah, that checks. Yeah, when you're getting that as he says motion, because there's a certain level of noise that increases, and you go, oh. That's usually when that starts to happen, I go, did one of my videos catch on something? Let me go check. I go, okay, yeah, that's what it is. There's just a lot of people spilling in now. Yeah, like I love responding to people, and most people are fantastic, but yeah, when you still have to like wade through the trash, it's best to create a time to do it so it just doesn't, it can't affect your day to day. Because even though you're moving it, you still gotta move it from A to B. You may ignore the guy calling you a fuckhead, but you're gonna do it before you slide it in. You know what I mean? Probably not. You'd rather not have that over your shoulder. You're like, yeah, that's annoying. The fuck was I doing up here again? Oh yeah, high quality. Yeah, no, I've been rooting for him for a long time. I think it's great he got that shine. And I think it's cool that he, like, maintains that he plays, like, what he likes and stuff. I think he still likes Arc Raiders, for sure. It's super fun to watch him with the sweats. I love watching, because you've heard me say this a million times, but, like, I subscribe to his theory of, like, have fun in the games, everyone's trying so hard to be a sweat. You gotta have your FOV up, and you gotta do this, and you're not using that. Holy cow! You're not using Zem or Zen. And you're like, no, it's like not a thing here. Are you not doing this, that, and the other thing? You're like, dude, are you enjoying the game? And it was so funny to see like Peanuts just being himself, dicking around, and to play with Shroud and just see him like not know how to deal with that a little bit. Hilarious to me. He's all trying to do these call outs and stuff, and he's all like, a little bit of goop. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is you just don't respond to the level of hatred or whatever. You just, because it's feeding the trolls. If you give your effort to that and not the positivity, that's what you're gonna get back. Because they're like, oh, this is how I interact with this person. I talk shit, and you're like, yeah. Did I just drop that? Wait. Oh, I never had. Okay, I just slid it over. Jeez, am I okay? Probably just need to find a road and start schwacking signs. Like, I get when people want to talk to us in game, that's fine. And that's why we try to go on our custom server and talk to people and stuff. But if we're trying to like play, that's when it becomes an issue. You know, if we're trying to play legit and someone's like, "Oh, it's cool, I ran into you," I'm like, "That's fine." But then when you blow up our spot and you tell everybody else to come on in, or if we're playing legit and we raid you not knowing who you are you gonna get mad that we raid you and then use the stream to raid us back? Like, that's crazy. Which is oftentimes how that works. But I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. It's good for us to just kind of build for a little bit, play for a little bit on a server, and just keep moving. That way we're not worried too much. I mean, we got like protocol and stuff, but like we're not sweating that too much. It's like, oh, you got my stone base. It's like we're already on server 3 by now. You got us so good. I would much rather have like, which this is rare, because if somebody knows you're on there, they kind of just use the stream to like cheat. But I'd much rather have somebody just have natural interactions with us, play against us, win or lose. That's way more fun than someone just going, "I'm going right for his TC." And you're like, all right, well, have fun with that. Like, it was pretty early on. We had some dudes who were like fighting against. There was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of us online. The other team was, I think, evenly matched. We found where they were, and so we're kind of fighting back and forth on the hill. It was fun. It was like primitive, a little bit of revies, mostly bows. It was fun, and then like we're going back and forth, and we had like a good counterattack. We weren't gonna wipe them out because we didn't have enough money or anything. It was just like, you know, the standard opening stuff. And then then somebody had to like stream snipe, and I was like, dude, this could have been a fun all weekend thing where we go back and forth, and now it's like, now no one's gonna know who you are. You know what I mean? Could have been fun for both of us, but I guess not. It's way more fun to do that. Yeah, 0 stories and 0 credit will be given to stream sniping. And as you know, even if they were featured and I used their full gamer tag and, you know, their channel link and stuff, like, that's not how this works. I'm not PewDiePie. I don't have that kind of pulled. It's fractions of a percent, and that's even if they convert fractions on a fraction. So it's like them showing up one time to kill me isn't like, oh wow, let's go watch Steve. He seems like a real piece of shit, you know? We know that's not how that works. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that we don't have a more robust system for speech in here, because this game is very social. The best probably draw I could make with this game is it should be like Arc Raiders, where it's just seamless to talk to people. That's what it should be. No pain. You should be able to get into your group and then talk externally very quickly. I shouldn't have to stop and flip through menus to do it. It should be a quick one-button thing. I talk, and then they hear me, and then I go back to my party chat, like, automatically. I don't know if they've changed it, but it's been pretty shitty. I mean, that's why nobody talks in game. But that experience that we have in Arc Raiders, it should be like that across the board here. I feel like they've, I think that feature is good and done, and I don't think I'll ever see a change in it. I hope I'm wrong on that, because I mean, it's a damn shame that we don't have that here, because that's how it is on PC, dude. It's just kind of, you know, I mean, anybody who watches over on PC, you just see and hear the most random shit. It's hilarious. At least DayZ, that's why we would like do all of our speech in game, which made it more difficult for us, but it was way more entertaining, I think, for us, and I think for people watching. And like we had to kind of tactically tighten things up too, which it was fun. And dude, that feeling you get when you're talking to somebody and they get their brains blown out and they don't respond is, it makes you feel cold and alone. You go, oh no, they shot Steve. Damn it. You gotta hide your tags now? What does that mean? Tags, am I missing some? Did I misread again? It is crazy though, like I get the stream sniping and how annoying it is, but it is weird when what's his name? Tyler Blevins, what's his name? Ninja. When he complains about stream sniping, it's like, brother, or hackers, I was like, okay, first of all, Arc Raiders is fun, I get that. If you really like playing it, just play it offline. You're literally a multimillionaire. You've already won a life. What's the problem? You know? And then you can record it and then release it later. People would enjoy that. You know? Or put your stream on a longer delay. Or, get this, you ready for this one? This is a wild one. Play on console. You won't have the hacking problem, I promise. But also, you're a multimillionaire. Have somebody full-time editing your stuff. Just play for a session with the boys. You know? You don't have to stream it. Or put it on like a 2-minute delay or something, so it's absurd for somebody to stream snipe you. You talk to the chat. It's a little bit delayed. Yeah, it sucks, but hey, at least you know I can stream snipe. But also, you could just record it and release videos. You're literally a multimillionaire. What are you doing? Saying you can't play Arc Raiders. I was like, you can. And I get it, man. I hate stream snipers, but it's a hard one for people to relate to. So I don't hide them, so they know it's me shitting on them. Oh, I hide my tags. You gotta hide your tags all day, every day. That's how you can keep moving. Yeah, I remember when I started early and my channel was like sub 1,000. And I'm like, I was like, oh, I'm a small guy. I don't have to worry about stream sniping yet, right? Oh boy, was I wrong. You just are like, oh, no one's gonna care, you know? Oh boy. Well, and here's the other thing too. Like when old Ninjas goes, I'm gonna quit playing this game. I was like, dude, you also can't let the stream snipers win like that. You can't let them stop you from playing. You can hard pivot on them, juke them, and then go up to the rim and freaking score. But like, you can't just quit playing a game because somebody harassed you. Because that means next time you come back, they're gonna do it again and be like, yeah, stay out. What you should do is keep playing, then you should figure out what their mom's Instagram is, and then you should start flirting with her until she asks you for dick pics. And then be like, yo man, cut it out or I'm going over to your mom's house. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Ninja's serious this time. Dude, if somebody threatened to fuck your mom's growing up, oh jeez! Oh my goodness, that's so scary. Dude, if you someone's talking shit and then he just slides into your mom's Instagram DMs or Facebook or whatever, dude, it's gonna ruin your life. Now that's funny. Yeah, and I get it. Like, I totally sympathize with the stream sniping. It fucking blows. But the worst thing you can do is talk about it, and definitely, like, as soon as they rinse you, is then just go, okay, you guys win. Unless you're a complete psychopath, and then that's different. I'm gonna bust. Okay, it doesn't seem like this asshole's leaving. Oh, especially a game you love too. I'd be like, the hell, you know? I'm not gonna let you chase me out of a game I'm enjoying. You know, yeah, that is funny. Like, when you have it happen enough, you kind of know, even before, you don't even have to be observing it. You just can kind of feel when it's gonna start to happen, and you're like, oh, here it comes. But the thing is, yeah, you should definitely hide your tags, and then, because if they're stream sniping you, they already know who your tag is, so you might as well. They're gonna know you're shitting on them. It just stops the next wave from coming in on you. Slows them down. Doesn't stop them, it slows them down. Just buys you more time. I rather enjoy the progression in early game in this game. So when I have to restart, it's really not the end of the world. Plus, it's an opportunity to kind of dial up your strategy anyways. Because I feel like you can always be improving in Rust, you know? Wait, did I get distracted? Is this the one that breaks? I think it is. I tell you what's kind of a bummer though, is forcing everybody to kind of play mixed on DayZ, Xbox or whatever. Thankfully, I don't think PlayStation has to worry about it, but everyone's like, oh, if you play the controller, you just be whatever. I was like, no, the hackers will just plug in a controller in their PC and then hack the shit out of you. There should be some kind of filter for that. What do you think? This is like, look, man, if I wanted to get hacked real bad, I'd just turn on my PC, get better frames, and get freaking my butthole stretched open. Yeah, that is an option for me, and weird. I didn't choose that today. Is that weird? So why are you picking it for me? I like DayZ, but man, it's gonna be pretty hard to go over there as a creator and like do anything. I mean, as a player too. Damn. Yeah, because I mean, you already know we gotta switch accounts so often with stream sniping, and there's such a heavy penalty for that in DayZ. It's like, yikes. It's like, are we trying to stop people from playing the game, or are we trying to stop duping, or what? Because you're not stopping duping. And literally, if you're doing streaming and you're a creator, dude, you have to have multiple accounts. You have to. So what, you just push other creators out with that move? That's your only saving grace when you get stream sniped really bad in a game that takes a long time to build up. It's like, oh, I can just pop somewhere else. But you still have to play that character, build that character, so it's still a ton of time. But getting penalized 15 and then 30 minutes for doing a switch is fucking crazy. Hell yeah, we got some more gears. Yes. 60 is a good start. Okay, we can go back with this. Sorry, I was just kind of blabbing and trying to farm stuff. I'm gonna buzz. Oh, I'm sure if you stream on it, it will happen. There's just be incentive to do it. So if there's more people watching, that's usually how that works. Part of me is saying I should go drop this off, right? Go drop this off first. I mean, technically we have a weapon now, so we could do cargo. You know what's funny though, is like when you do get stream sniped, it almost feels identical to somebody using ESP on you as a cheat on PC. Would you agree with that? It almost feels identical. That's why it's so obvious when it happens. You're like, oh, this motherfucker's looking at my homework. I'm gonna buzz. Oh shit, I hear one. I'm dead. Did I get him last minute? That's crazy. Okay, I'm bleeding out. I might stand up. Think I had decent food? I did. What percent chance ain't bad? We did not make up. Oh shit. I did almost make it. I mean, technically I got him. He bled out. But then so did I. So I guess I lost. You know what? Oh, no. You know, I don't have to worry about the bear, do I? High quality, Korea. I don't like that. What do you think about RadTown? That's cool. It's good to have like another monument. You know? I wish we'd have gotten it Thursday. Or I wish we would have heard something about it. We've basically almost gone half a year before a substantial update. Right? Kind of back into the old swing of things. I mean, yeah, we got this, part 1. But that took, what, 5 months? And they communicated, and that's cool. But, like, this was supposed to be the next one in the slot. And then they put something on top of our November. They put Excavator in November. Ridiculous. It's like, no one's going to see that. We're going to be playing GTA, dog. The radioactive water is pretty cool. I'm excited for underground trains and above ground trains, yes. Oh yeah, no, it does. But for them promising monthly updates, they sure have stalled out in the front half of the year. I think. The fact that they didn't communicate this time is annoying. And normally it wouldn't be a big deal, but like, let's be honest, if we don't stay on their nuts about this, I could see a lot of the same dumb shit happening again this year that happened last year. Where they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna go dark on you and not tell you anything. Like, they should know generally how the first 6 months are gonna be by February. You know? Whatever they do in November or December is gonna be a waste. Not a waste, but lack of momentum. I am pumped for the trains. And they like drop a roadmap, but like half of it is like quality of life update. I was like, I know what you're saying, but like also tell us what's in it. You have quality of life update like what, 3 times? 2 times? Maybe they delayed Excavator. I mean, literally, Excavator gets released on top of GTA 6. And it's at the end of the month. We'll already be playing GTA 6 when that comes out. Any of these little shit patches that they've been doing this year should have been minimum December, November. No brainer. It's like whoever is planning this is unaware of the gaming escape. Hell, even my mom knows about GTA 6, dude. Come on. She doesn't play shit. Like, wouldn't you take... Like, dude, I don't think anybody would be upset if they're like, yeah, we gotta work on population and all this other stuff. It's gonna take us some time. It's like, yeah, take your time. November, December, January, we'll be busy. The game will be fine until then. I mean, it's going to be the single biggest launch ever, dude. Biggest pre-order. It's going to be massive, dude. Yeah. Oh, you're saying maybe you think the excavator is a weaker update? Maybe. I mean, they haven't really seemed to know what's good or bad. Because they have such a bad record of communicating, my trust level is very low. The fact that they nut tapped us with this one, I'm like, oh yeah, there's like no major update. I was like, isn't it supposed to happen now? Like, what the hell happened? Why are we finding out now? Again, super reluctant pussy to talk about a hard topic. It's like, buddy, just tell us what the fuck's going on. Yeah, you're right about that. And then, like, look, everyone's going to be playing the campaign, and then guess what happens after that? Online. They should have kept the game stable last year. November, December. Figure out what updates they can add that didn't, like, fucking ruin performance. Should have taken those on. Wait to do these big changes around November, December, dude. I think those maintenance things, quality of life, should have been back to back. November, December, no brainer. You know? We wouldn't care if those were light. Yeah, GTA is gonna fuck up the entire planet. Why is that? Watch how many skeleton crews exist. Or don't exist. Oh, shit. Did I drop my... There's a guy hatchet. Might have despawned by them. Don't think the hatch... It should last that long, but it doesn't here. Yeah, that was gone. Yeah, I hate to keep bagging on it, but it does feel like communication is still extremely bad. They started off strong, but like, I don't know. They didn't buy us a lot of goodwill last year. Let's just say I'm still reeling from that. It's like, guys, you remember, they went, what, 6 months? Before that, they go, hey, we're going to do updates all the time, every month. And then for 6 months, they just did the smallest of tiniest of patches and said nothing to anyone. And we're openly hostile towards players and creators who asked. That's crazy. That's why I threw it their way. I was like, are you guys closing down? Like, you guys are real fucking sensitive. It's like, we're on your team, right? Like, we pay for your shit. You know that, right? You know? Do you guys forget how that relationship works? We're the customer. The player base dictates what happens at your studio. Maybe the guy who manages the players in the community should be doing the job you hired him for. Maybe somebody should check on that beyond the Monday, Tuesday meeting you guys have. If you took a little litmus test in that Discord, I think you find out it's a complete shit show. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, guys? GTA is gonna be so good, dude. The only thing I'm truly worried about is that the story gonna have the bite of the other games, and like RDR2 and other GTAs, right? Because the story's always been so good for Red Dead and everything else. But it seriously won't matter. I mean, it does, but like in the grand scheme of things, just seeing what's achieved so far, I think it's gonna be great. Remember when they said we should get used to owning nothing? Yeah. I think the AI bros are fucking us, for sure. I know they are. I think some of the CEOs going full freaking Kool-Aid on that is a little... I think they're fucking us too. What do you think? Yeah, the fact that the AI little battle they got going on is pooping on our games and our ability to buy consoles and PCs is really annoying, especially after the crypto bro crap. Cool if you own crypto and like you made some ducats off that, for sure, that's dope. But like that whole run on the graphics cards that happened before that, brother, we're just recovering from that. Prices finally got normal, and then you got the old scam Altman and everyone else just buying up stuff left and right. Do you know the one guy who kind of he planned ahead like a lot by years? Love him or hate him, dude. Begins with E and ends in line. Dude, not only does he have Colossus 1 is a freaking monster, most compute in one place. Colossus 2 is, I think it's up and running now. But like, you have to do that years ahead of time. He knew the compute would be tight. And he planned for it. And clearly he made another big jump, because guess what? Colossus 2 is coming online. And then they sold, I think, all of the compute, which is 220,000 A100s, if I'm not mistaken, to Anthropic. So yeah, in a shortage like that, guess who planned ahead? He's not buying up the market of stuff. He already has it and doesn't have to crash the market. Meanwhile, everybody else is trying to buy up all that compute, and it's making the markets just poop, tank. Our games are affected. It's bad. Yeah, I say kudos to Elon for that one, dude. That was such a gangster move that he saw the limiting factors 5 years out and planned for it. And I think has done it better than anybody else so far. Got it on the ground running. That's crazy. Let's not forget either, launching rockets is hard. You guys see the Blue Origin explosion? That was crazy. So they did have a bunch of people that were supposed to be creators for Rust, but they got banned for cheating. And some people I take... Yeah, well those, the cheater people they don't really matter, right? You know what I mean? They suck. But, yeah, whoever's cheating, you suck. Yeah, I kind of roughly know about some stuff there. Blazed. I heard there's some people that got rinsed. I don't know specifics, but I was like, I had my suspicions for a while, and I was like, you know what? You know, what goes around comes around, brother. Whatever, you get what you put into the world, you know what I mean? You get out what you put into it. You know, the reckoning always comes. I don't think that's what stalled it out. I think poor communication did. I mean, literally, me and a few others, but me specifically, because I put it on blast. I put it out there just to let everybody know how that's going. But like when they were doing that initial like next gen release, you know, nothing but static from Homeboy. Remember? And then I said I was just kind of probing him to see if he would actually do his job, and oh boy, no, he would not. And I was like, it's like you say you don't like me, but your actions say you don't like me, which is fine. You don't have to. But what I'm saying is, you still got to do your job. That's what I forget what I asked him specifically. I said something like, he thought I was hot to trot to get on. What did they call it? Was it like an early access beta thing or whatever? Which, by the way, we called a mile away, and he got butthurt. I think we predicted that. And I was like, dude, we're on your team, man. And then, well, I think it was like the early access of the beta or something. And then he thought I was like butthurt about it. I was hot to try to get on it. I was like, no, dude, I literally have all the information I need. I'm making videos on it. I just want to see if you're going to do what you're supposed to do, and that's reach out to the creators and help them facilitate and create content to get the word out about your big release. And he flat out said, no, we'll do it ourselves. I was like, brother, I've seen how you guys post. You're gonna need some help. I was like, okay. And I said, at least I know where you stand. That's what I said, yes. I had to remember exactly, and I was like, yes. Now I know. You're hostile. Cool. Now I know to avoid you. And honestly, I think that's the best move, because as sadly as the boys are finding out now that are in the creator program, they're like, man, Pedro's not doing anything. He promises all this stuff and never follows through. And I was like, brother, what do you think we've been talking about? I mean, I hope it happens, because it is a big deal. Like, they don't feature enough creators in the console space, which is crazy. It's like, you don't have to feature me, but feature one of the many that are legitimate players and creators, man. Like, that's wild to me they don't do that. It's such an easy win for all parties involved. Yes. Yeah, there's something about, like, he has to touch everything first so he can claim it or say that it was his idea. It's very apparent because, again, once it goes through that Tuesday meeting, I think it's Tuesday meeting that they have, as long as he can stamp it and say it was his, it will fall off the face of the earth. It won't exist after that. If it makes him look good, you know, it served its purpose. And, yep, sadly, all the creators are left kind of going, what's going on? Yeah, it was crazy because he thought he was doing me dirty by, like, not letting me on the early access thing. And I was like, brother, I don't even need to go on it. Like, I already know what's in it. I'm making videos on it. I just want to see if you're going to do it. He's like, no, it's not going to work out. And so I asked him different ways. So I like caved down and said, well, what if I do it your way? And you're like, actually, it's like pass. I was like, uh-huh. It's like, and the real you has now surfaced. Yeah, I've called him a piece of shit ever since. See, it'll come out sooner or later. Something will come out and you'll go, oh, wow. This guy was the worst. I'll be like, yeah. That's why I left the paper trail. So yeah, they've been doing Rush console creators bad. It says asking way too much subs and stuff. And it says, There's no content. Yeah, well, that's crazy too. Like that threshold seems to be a bit high. And again, it seems like the guy who's running the community manager stuff doesn't really have a grasp on community management, but also like social media in general. I think the younger guy maybe does, but I think he's under Homeboy's thumb. Cause he like wouldn't talk to me at all. Once Pedro marked me as a pariah or whatever, the guy never spoke to me again. And I was like, uh-huh. Just like, dude, you don't think I see this shit all the time, and you don't think you have these type of dumb backstabbing motherfuckers in the corporate world, brother? You guys are a dime a dozen. No, you can smell the incompetencies a mile away. Try to give it a shot. We try to give him the benefit of the doubt for what, 3, 4 years? It was just all the same shit over and over again. And I remember telling the boys, I go, guys, it is more trouble knowing Pedro and dealing with him than it is. I was like, I wish we didn't meet him because he slows us down. He gets in the way. He causes unnecessary, like, and then he'll tell you something and you wait on him and he never delivers. I was like, brother, I just blew my afternoon. I could have got this thing done and out the door and done something else. You know? I'm waiting on you and your hookup. And then the hookup is not even a hookup. He ends up dropping it on the blog anyway. I was like, brother, I already knew what was in this blog. I literally am waiting to send it. I'm waiting on you. And it's just like that kind of shit over and over again. I was like, brother, this is the worst. Why are we dealing with this guy? So we started to kind of like kindly ignore him. But then after that weird shit, I was like, okay, I'm calling you out, dude. Enough is enough. Because, you know, his fucking cronies were attacking other people too. People and creators. I was like, okay. Time to air this shit out. Plus, we were trying to get motion to see what the hell was going on, right? We had to get a response. Because it was 6 months of silence. I was like, brother, tell me you're not closing. Prove it. Because you guys are acting like a studio that's going to shut down. That got their attention. We got a response. It wasn't good for us, but we got a response. Yeah, Nick says, can I ask you a question? By all means. Wants to be a suit. It's crazy. The best people that are in management are the people that don't actively really seek it out. And the people that, and dude, mark my words, it doesn't matter what you're doing. The person that first does management and gets drunk on power is the guy who's the worst. If he gets drunk on a little bit of power that doesn't matter, he should never be the guy. So I think I can safely say every Discord mod and the RCE Discord mod should never manage anything in real life ever, because it would be a detriment to society in general. You know, I'm taking my personal thing and just my professional lens on that one. Yeah, to get drunk on power and on being a Discord mod is a fucking giant red flag. Giant. We all know the type, dude. We've worked with plenty of people, you know? Every business, every place has them. It's so funny, though, because that Discord's so fucked up. Their main one, their quote-unquote main one, which, by the way, they officially said they don't run. And they have no jurisdiction over stuff, so I was like, so it's not your Discord then. So it's not RCE's Discord, it's just some random internet clown. Weeping Pussy or whatever his name is. And I was like, it's so cool because like our creators, I didn't do it, but like it was toxic. He ends up making a better Discord for the creators, the mod builders, the developers, and we're talking more in there than we have the entire 4 years. And I was like, huh, that's weird, you know? That's weird. But is it though? We get more out of that and have more communication there than we do in the entire time we've known and dealt with Pedro and his cronies, his mods. It's like, why the unnecessary gatekeeping and like power trip shit? Like, that's so unnecessary. Are the Helldivers Discord mods high in power? Dude, I know some guy. I do know some good Discord mods for sure. But like the, the stereotype is extremely accurate most of the time, isn't it? Yeah, did you see me Canyon's thing on the Discord mods? So funny. My lady. Yeah, I told the boys, I said the best thing you can do is just keep doing what you're doing. Don't wait on them. You were making content before they existed. You'd be making it after. Whatever they do shouldn't affect what you're doing. It'd be nice if they help facilitate it, but it's not required, you know? You'd be far better off that way. Just knowing them is way more trouble than it's worth. Server restart? Hold on. So where's that a bug? We just got dropped. Hold on. That's weird. Never mess with their Discord? Brother, you're not missing anything. You're really not. I wish I could tell myself in the future not to mess with any of that shit and just keep doing what we're doing. It would have saved us so much time. We just keep doing what we're doing, you know? And not worry about all that overhead of like just... The Discord mods in there are so fucking negative. Super power trippy. Just like, dude, who exists like this in real life, right? It's gotta be a shitty existence. Anyways, they suck. We're gonna try to build our power collection, I believe. Oh, hold on, are you updating stuff? Hold on. Maybe we can't. Boys, I don't think we can. They must be doing an update. Okay, I guess we'll wrap it up for now. If it comes back on, I'll start building it again, and then if I do it for like a long stretch of time, I'll just fire up the stream again. Does that sound good? Man, it sucks that we ended on the Discord note. Dang it. Now we just spread the negativity. Now I'm the problem. Damn it. All right, gentlemen, we will see you in the next one. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys.